Yeah, I'm back. Still rising up out these ashes. It is December 10th, 2024, late evening. Just real quick, I'm gonna try to make it quick. I just went to a gas station, and I usually go there every now and then. But there's this clerk there. This is the second time I've seen her there within the past couple weeks. So yeah, and no one was in front of me. I just came in there, and I happened to go inside as she's trying to put the money into the safe thing or whatever. So I'm standing there. Usually it takes like a moment, I'm not in a rush, and I had about maybe 10 minutes to spare, actually. So, it wasn't really, no big deal, to just stand there and wait. It's warm in there anyway. But after about 2-3 minutes, she's trying to get the money in there, and I'm noticing some of it's coming out, the same way, you try to put you put your money in a vending machine, and sometimes it pop back out, So ATM, sometimes it pop back out, But as I'm noticing this after a few minutes, I realized they were all like ones, And usually, they like to put the big money in there, 50s and up. But usually stores nowadays, sometimes they don't even accept nothing above 20. So it just, to each their own, right? That's really none of my business, but I am going to notice as I'm standing there. So I asked her, how many ones are those? She says she don't know. So she doesn't even count them. And it's, it doesn't look more than $14. Right? It don't look no more than $14. They probably should have just, unless she already had a whole bunch of ones, it's probably better just to leave them in the register. But again, that's not my business, So, all right, okay. So instead of her taking a moment to ask what I need, she's still going at it. I'm like, okay. I noticed she had an open Bible at the register. Everything, pages folded in, and sort of like maybe bookmarks or what have you. I noticed some things is highlighted, a few post-its. So I asked her, hey, is that the Ethiopian Bible? She said, no. Why do you ask? I said, I don't know, I just asked her. I mean, I really, so I really was thinking like maybe she's East African. She looked East African. But she had a vibe as if she was like, like, I wouldn't say ancient, but tradition, basically. Pretty much do things all by the book, I guess, She seemed different. And not in a bad way, not in a good way, just, sparking up a conversation, why not? That was different. I ain't never, I never see nobody with their religious text at their job at a cash register. The same way I haven't really seen someone struggle to put dollar bills in the safe. you know, especially when they have a customer there waiting after a few minutes. But I don't let these things bother me, you know. Like I said, I had time. And she's doing her job. I wasn't trying to get in the way of her do her job. She said it was the King James Bible, though. I said, oh, okay. Then she wanted to ask me. She started folding her hands. I was like, okay, so what do you need? And then I said, okay, I'm going to want... And then somebody came in, and she went immediately to them and resetted their pump. Like, immediately. They didn't even have to really say nothing. They needed to get their pump reset, their gas pump reset or whatever. So she got to that. Then after she did that, you know, typed it in on the little computer thing, she went back to struggling to put some ones in the thing. So now I got to start all over waiting, right? And let's see, because I don't want to forget. So, okay. If I forgot something, I have to remember. I'll come back to it. So then I guess it was my turn, right? She said, okay, so what do you want? I said, okay, I want the purple one, the green one, and the blue one down there. She grabbed them. And she asked for my ID this time. Oh, well, it's the first time she asked for my ID, because last time I was just going in to get my receipt from pumping gas. And, all right, here you go. Usually people don't ask me for my ID because it's clear that I've been here on this spinning rock many moons. But hey, she's trying to do her job. Even though her customer service, when it came to the timing of serving me, wasn't really ideal. She still wanted to do her job with that. So here you go. She checks my birth year. She says, oh, ooh. I said, yeah. She said, that's a good year. I said, yeah, thanks, I know. And then I said, what year are you born? And she tells me. And she said the reason why she asked me was because her brother was born in the same year as mine. So, okay. You know, so I put my, you know, already put in my debit card, punched the number, boom, boom, boom. Did the thing. It cleared. She gave me my items. She said, have a good night. I said, yeah, you too. And I left out. Now, in this situation, patience is very, 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 very important. And the reason being is because it's easy to get upset and angry in this type of situation. Now, sometimes people will try to test you and hope you get funky with them and turn it into a whole big dispute. And since she had a Bible at the register, I figured that she was going to use that. Well, let me not say what I was going to figure, but let's just say I don't think it would have turned out to be a positive interaction if I decided to react or respond to her in a rude way, you know. And I can say that now. It's easy for that. It was easy for me to do because, like I said, I had time, you know. And I wasn't in a rush. But let it have been somebody in a rush. Let it have been if I was in a rush. You see what I'm saying? You know. And after the, you know, part have been different, you know. But I have to learn from this situation now, whether I'm in a rush or not, to keep my cool and handle. And if you're in a situation like this, to keep your cool. Because it's it it's in your best interest to do so. She didn't make me walk in there, I chose to go in there. That means I also had a choice to just leave after a moment if it took so long, go to another gas station. They're everywhere, you know? So there would have been no excuse for me to get hyphy up in there, get to turn it up in there, all because I'm not agreeing with her timing and how she's dealing with me when it comes to her customer service skills, you know? So I'm using this as a learning lesson, and to the youngsters out here, use this as a lesson, because let me tell you, it was already a trap. There's people out here starving, hungry, that have turned that situation to, well, I'm gonna have to say it, into worse situation. It could have easily, some people, they're like, well, forget it, let me get that money you got too. Let me get this and that too. It could have turned into a 211 with some people in their mind states and what they're going through, and those that ain't got no patience, ain't got no money, and already had it up to here when it comes to life, people, things, whatever they got going on in their life. You see what I'm saying? Now, through all those highlighted aspects and folded pages in her Bible and everything, she could know whatever she want to know, and lecture whatever she want to lecture that come out that book. But what she showed me is something that she didn't have, which was consideration. She didn't have no consideration. Nobody, them dollar bills, they could have waited. But hey, like I said, I'm not the owner of that store. I didn't hire her. I don't have no right to tell her what to do or what I think it should be. The only person I was responsible for was me. So youngsters, don't let no situations like that get you off the chain, off your not chain, but get you off the chain, I guess, or get you in a way where you feeling some type of way. That goes for you. Don't even have to be a youngster, an old star, youngster, whoever you are. Don't let no situations like that turn into a serious situation. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people are miserable and they want other people to be miserable. I wouldn't say they want it, and I'm not saying that was her case, but you got to understand there's different type of people and different spirits and different things people going through in this life. And misery loves company. And some people want to be famous, even if it's for the wrong reasons. People want to get on the news and tell their story of how somebody did them in. Oh, I was doing nothing wrong. I was just doing my job, counting the money like I was supposed to, put in the safe. And he or she just got mad all of a sudden and started just acting crazy in there. And all of a sudden it just turned into whatever they was. Assault, robbery, manslaughter, murder, whatever. It happens. I'm not trying to talk it into existence, because these things that happens, across the globe. It happens. Pick a story. Pick a storyline from your local news, from somewhere, anywhere you're at, if someone ever happens to see this or listen to this. So keep your cool. And me personally, I don't like when cash registers get to counting money in front of customers. If you want to do that, or if it was my store, I would say, if you got to do that, lock the store, lock the doors for about 5 minutes. Put the sign up. Make sure no one's in here. Lock the door. Do what you got to do. Put it in there. Go use your restroom or whatever. And come back. Because that's tempting a robbery. A person may not even have that in their mind. But all of a sudden, they see how close they are to some money and get tempted. You know what I'm saying? And go and fall victim to the temptation. And guess who wins? That clerk register. Because, hey, this ain't the days of the old days the cowboys and the westerns and stuff. You know, let's just be real. There's eyes everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. And some people have miserable lives working a regular job, which is nothing wrong with working a regular job. A regular job is just your average everyday job, There's nothing wrong with it at all. But there's people out here that hold these positions and would love to be on the news to tell their story, to get their little 10, 15 seconds of fame, And typically, us viewers, we're going to sympathize. We're going to be like, whoa, wow, Shadow went through that. That person had to go through that, which is correct. Nobody deserved to get bopped upside the head and jacked, but it happens. Look, don't let the seeds, small seeds of negativity turn into big trees of regret, or what have I done? And as humans, as people, it can happen to anybody at any given time. It can happen to the nicest person where they're just so cool, but what they're going through, a combination of what they're going through or whatever else, could just make them flip. Don't flip. Keep your cool. You have a choice. Nobody made you go in there, nobody made me walk up in there, and nobody could keep me from walking away if I'm having a problem with it. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away. Stay on your game. Stay focused. And before I go, I want to make it clear that this is no way to attack anybody, religion or, the Bible or anything, or what you believe, or whoever believed. It is just a part of what just happened, and who knows, she probably couldn't make it to church, so she decided to have church at work. Who knows? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, this is a free country, so she could do that. And like I said, I ain't the boss of her. If her boss is with all that, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, it ain't all bad. It ain't all good. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of this is practice patience. Remember, misery loves company, and sometimes it's a small thing to a giant. Sometimes it's okay to walk away and go another way and handle your business somewhere else, because there's plenty of options everywhere. Recognize it. That's part of self-love. You know what I'm saying? Start from within. Start from the inside. One love, peace.